Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Hey, would you like to buy a monkey?
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we normally have the Wednesday mailbag, but because of special moments like this, we're switching things up. I'm so excited to have this guest on the show today. It's such a special day to have him on. In 1995, he became the voice of The Late Show with David Letterman, and I think it marked a change in the show because he was also, in my opinion, an added cast member to an already phenomenal program. We welcome Alan Kalter to the Mike O'Mara Show. Alan, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today.
Mike, what a pleasure to be on the air with you. Appreciate it.
We've all heard how Dave's feeling. My question to you, how are you feeling? It's got to be an emotional time for all of you over there.
It is so mixed, Mike. Yes, every time we do the show, and I look forward to doing it each and every day, even now, there's that love that's pouring out of everybody and the hugs pouring out of everybody, and my eyes are as tearful as everybody else's. It's a sad time.
When you joined the show, the first question I would have for you, was it part of the plan going in when you got the gig that you were going to be involved in so many of those fabulous bits? Did you know that? Was it?
No, that was not the plan at all. My plan was... I'd been a fan of the show for years, and Bill Wendell was the announcer at that time, and he announced the show at the beginning. Then he came back, they put a microphone out on stage, and he ended the show. When I came on, I expected it to be the same thing, but I wanted to see the show because I was a fan. And I asked Dave if I could have a spot on stage, just even on the side of the stage. I just wanted to see it. And he said, that's what I'm planning on. The first day I came in totally dressed to the hilt with my phone in one pocket, my beeper in the other pocket, and good watch on. And just before the first commercial, he said, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with our Olympic high diver diving into the Nike pool on 53rd Street. Alan, do you swim? Grabbed me by the wrist, took me over to the pool, and before I knew it, I was floating on my back, looking up at a camera on the top of the Ed Sullivan Theater saying, so this is what it's going to be like announcing for Dave Letterman.
And, you know,
and it just started there.
I will tell you, knowing we were going to have you on, I was looking at some of the old clips. I had forgotten how many times I replayed the Lynn Chaney bit, which I still think and monologues, phenomenal guest. That to me, I've never laughed harder at a Letterman bit when you did that. It always seemed that through the acting, and you're a fine actor, the way you do this stuff, that you were having a blast while you were doing this stuff, because you committed to it.
I'll tell you, the For the Ladies was the greatest fun that I've had on any show. Being able to look into a camera when the lights are low and Paul Schaefer's playing the music and saying, I know you've had trouble with your guy, but you give it like the Big Red, and I'll show you what I can really do to you. Those were fun. And then going home afterwards getting slapped around the house.
The Alan Calter celebrity interview. Rob and I were talking. First of all, we've been obsessing on the Late Show all week for the last week. The Alan Calter interview, was that born out of the two taping segments on Thursday? Is that how that came about? That fabulous bit where you would have the failed interview with the celebrity that had already been on. How did that come about?
I don't know what started that. It was Dave's idea, and it was a fun idea the very first time, and it worked out a great deal. There is a funny story that goes along with it. I have whether it be George Clooney or Paris Hilton or whoever it was sitting next to me after Dave finishes his interview, and I get really upset with Dave, and I start calling him names. I'm going to do this to you, and you're such a guy. You've been sucking up to these people, and you know they're my guests, and I've been planning this for months. How could you do that? Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for the evening is Clint Eastwood. And then Dave would say, I didn't mean to do that. And I say, you didn't mean to do, and then tirade on him. Well, the very first time we did it, we rehearsed it. and everybody was laughing on stage. I said, "This is great. I'm looking forward to it." We don't tell a guest what I'm going to say, and I get a sheet of paper that says, "Change this word to blank hole." And change this word to you. And I went, I can't say that. And the writer who gave it to me said, "Dave wrote it."
Oh, wow. That is a beautiful story. And they went on, and you guys did them, I mean, a good chunk of them, identically every time, which to me made it funnier. Well, I watched some of them in sequence last night, and it was big fun. Rob, I know you wanted to get a question in for Alan.
Yeah, absolutely, Alan. First of all, congratulations on a great run. The thing that I think is so fun about you is that you've taken being an announcer, which is an audio art, and your visuals are so great. Just an example, on Monday night in the monologue, Dave said, "Well, today's the day we tell Alan." And the one cut to you and just your shrug and your look at the camera like, "Oh my God, it's all ending." You did more in one look at the camera than most people could do if they gave a 5-minute scene. When they write a joke around you like that, do they prepare you for it? Are you prepared to?
No. Actually, with that, let me just pick on that one. The camera came around and was 3 feet away from me, facing. And I knew Dave was doing his monologue, so I had no idea. And I pulled Frank Camito, who was one of our stage managers, over to me by the sleeve, and I said, "Why is the camera in my face?" And he said, "You'll find out in a minute." And then Dave gave me the line, and you react to the line. Most of the time, they don't tell me something like that's going to happen. I think the reactions are better that way, and I can react any way I want. Most of the skits that we do, they don't tell me they're going to happen like that until probably an hour and a half before the show, and I get a call. Yeah, so that's the beauty and the fun that I have, in that it's just tremendous. Every day is like being at a playground when you're 3 years old and being told you can play in the mud and do whatever you want, and mommy's not going to punish you later.
We've just got you. We've got you for just a few more minutes, and I want to make sure I get my questions in here. I want to say, will we see, in your opinion, will we see Dave on TV again? A lot of people have said they don't think so. Do you think we'll see Dave on TV?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm hoping for reunions. I'm hoping for as much work with Dave and as much more fun with Dave than we've had so far. But I know he's well, and he's happy, and he's going to miss this, even though his life from now on is going to be a pleasure. And I'm hoping he wants to get back once in a while, and I'm a part of it.
Do you think he knows, after all this, how big a deal some of us think this is and how emotional we will all be when the curtain comes down? Do you think he's aware of that?
I think he's aware of it from his guests. I know he's aware of it from us. And most importantly of all, I know he's aware of it from our audiences. We have 461 people in that audience every day. They are giving him so much love day after day, as they always have, but even more now.
Do you know what your plans are? People should know, Alan. You're 24 years old, too young to start to stop a career. Are you going to be retiring as well, or are you going to be moving on to other things?
Well, I'm going to leave this show, and everything else is going to be a surprise to me. There are offers, but everything's going to be a surprise. I would like to be just a frequent guest on the Mike O'Meara show. And if that could happen,
big
that would make my life complete.
Kids, if you're taking notes on how to be an interview, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pro we're talking to here. Always schmooze the interviewer, no matter how small. That's a beautiful thing.
The best.
And do you have you? And you don't have to share this if you don't. But I just wondered about it. Do you know what you're going to say to the big guy at the very end when you do say goodbye? Have you thought about it? You don't have to share it, but have you thought about what you're going to say to him?
I know the two things that I feel. One's gratitude, so it's going to be a thank you. The other's I love you because I do. And I'm blessed with what he gave me for these last 20 years, and the 13 years before that I was a big fan. And I hope to be a fan of his for a long time to come, even though he's off the air.
You get to introduce the show, and then you watch the show. Do you have a favorite show or a favorite guest?
I don't, only because there are thousands of them, and I know we all feel the same way. I think you could have asked me that question in 1995 or 6, and I would have had some favorite guests, but now they're just one on top of the other. And it's not a blend. You bring up a name, and I can tell you that I loved or liked or whatever that person, but so many favorites. I miss Robin Williams. I miss having him on the air and the funny man that he was. But
We're talking with Alan Kalter, the voice of The Late Show, going off the air this week. An emotional time for everybody. Oscar, I know you wanted to get one in before we let Alan go.
Quick question. I know when sets change or when movies are wrapping up, people will usually try to squirrel away something from the set, a souvenir for themselves. Is there anything you have your eye on?
Dave has 2 Lamborghinis. I've put in my dibs. We will see what we will see.
Well, on behalf of everybody on our show, Alan, and so many people out there, you're a part of it. You're a part of what I think is television history, and really so generous at this particular time to join us on the show. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you from all of us and all of the viewers that listen to me for what you guys did. Tremendous time for all of us, and it will always be appreciated. Good luck in your future endeavors. Thanks so much. That's Alan Kalter.
All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Alan Kalter,
Thank you,
everybody.
Alan. Thank you.
That is good stuff.
Thank you, guys. You take care.
Bye-bye, Alan. For all of us Letterman fans, that was a moment. Thank you, Alan Kalter. Let the show begin.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
You know, before the program, Alan Calter, who is our announcer, came up to me in the hallway, and I've asked him not to do that. But he did anyway. And he said, Dave, if you have a minute, I have some thoughts about this Dick Cheney hunting accident. And I said, well, sure, we have some time. Alan, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, DL. Well, the world was stunned this weekend by the news Vice President Cheney shot and killed a fellow hunter. With Cheney pleading guilty to manslaughter, our Vice President is going away for a long time. Which brings us to you, Mrs. Cheney. How many nights have you laid there longing for passion, but knowing your husband's fat and crusted heart couldn't stand the excitement? Mrs. Cheney? Lynn. I must confess I've been doing a little illegal spying of my own. You? In the tub? Alan likes. Big time. Mrs. Cheney, I will enter your underground bunker. And the two of us will do the sort of freaky stuff that would make Fatso's heart explode. Your husband may fancy himself an oil man, but it is you, my dear, who will witness my gusher.
That's enough.
Oh, and by the way, feel free to bring your lesbian daughter along, too. Okay?
That's enough. You're making us all sick.
Happy to help.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
We are coming to you live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, on the air and online worldwide. The Mike O'Mara Show, a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet, because they get it, and if you're here, you do too. Hi, everybody. Really great timing and a great day to have Alan Calter on the show. Very, very happy about that. Our show today brought to you by Next Issue. We are in love with Next Issue. The boys love it. I love it. It's like Netflix for magazines, only better. All your favorite magazine titles with unlimited and instant access, all in one place and right at your fingertips. All the latest issues, even back issues, delivered right to your phone or your tablet. It's available for iPads, iPhones, Androids, smartphones, and one account can be shared by up to 5 people, so it's great for families. Just go to nextissue.com/TMOS for your free trial. We love it. Oscar, I know you're a huge fan because it's what you are all about.
It's the
Technology.
now. It's the now, baby.
It's
That's right,
information at your fingertips. And gentlemen, knowledge is power. Consumer Reports is available on Next Issue.
That's great.
And if you're sprucing up your home, they have a great rating of exterior paints and stains. I'll be staining my mom's deck check this summer. So now I can find out what the best deal and what the best brands and the best rated brands around are on there. They have a nice chart that breaks everything down right on Next Issue.
Fantastic.
150 of the most popular magazine titles. Plans start as low as $9.99. You can explore all of your favorite topics with instant searches, plus digital extras you won't find anywhere else. It's a buffet of magazines, or as my mom used to say, a buffet.
A buffet.
A buffet of magazines. Here's the offer for you. Go to nextissue.com/TMOS and sign up today for your free trial. That's a $15 savings. This is a great deal, but it's only available if you go to nextissue.com/TMOS and sign up today. That's nextissue.com/TMOS. Okay. Rob is the person that loves retirements and death and all that stuff.
Well, you know, that's sort of painting with a broad brush.
I have gotten so caught up since we spoke to Alan Kalter with the whole Letterman thing, and I'm getting emotional.
I take it you watched last night.
Yeah, it's really, really fun, and it's just the whole idea of seeing Regis come out. I never thought that watching that wizened old dude come out there would give me a little lump in my throat.
No, it does, though.
They're all going to be gone.
It is. I would say
that when you're this age, it's different. It's for me, I'm 55 years old, and I realize these are the people that I've watched for so many years.
Last night's episode of Letterman was everything that the Tom Hanks episode was not. It was a perfect blend of tribute and excitement and fun and looking back. And God, Bill Murray was great because every moment you thought he was going to get sentimental, every moment you thought he was going to really get mawkish, he would do something. He would just stop it dead in its tracks.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It was just a great hour of television last night.
And, you know, Alan Kalter, we appreciate him coming on the show. Just funny and brought the A game. You know, he's what you want. He even does the Big Red and just a lot of fun. So anyway, we're all going to be watching for the last episode of David Letterman. Have no idea. Nobody has any idea. They've kept it pretty close to the vest as far as we don't even know if there are or aren't going to be guests on the show.
It's going to be interesting to see,
because the way they sold Bill Murray was the second the second to last show guest, not the last guest, and I'm not sure Dave is mawkish or sentimental enough to do a full show where he's just talking. That would be a little odd.
I know there's going to be clips. There's going to be some. I know they've said there's going to be highlights. There's going to be at least one more top 10 list. One thing that surprised me is that I think late last week, Paul Schaefer came over in a drug-addled haze and sat down and talked to Dave, sort of. But if you can't put Dave on the couch, and if Regis,
have Paul do it, you can't have Paul do it.
You can't have Paul on the couch.
And when was it last week when Howard Stern was on and he was talking about the fact that they might have contacted Leno to come? No. And the fact that they've already shut that down. They've had Oprah on. I can't think of anyone that they would pull in to sit on the couch for the last episode. Yeah. So we'll see. But remember, Johnny didn't do anything on his last episode that was guest centric. But what Johnny did was he did a long, almost like a 9 or 10 minute piece, if I remember right, on the last show that saluted the crew. And behind the scenes, in the name of Jesus Christ, do you remember that?
You don't?
No,
Johnny's last show.
I don't remember that. I remember he sat on a bench where that was
the very
show
end.
all the time. They sat on a bar stool and he did that. How do you? This is where it happens, isn't it? This is where the energy goes. This is where
Don't turn this into something ugly.
This is the mind of. This is the mind of Rob. This is where it all is.
Well, that's where his talents are, which is important. Look, he's talking in detail
he's a story,
here.
But you remember the.
But you see, today is what you need me for.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to figure out what Dave's. Well, no, it was long. It was long. If you look at it, I mean, an hour of TV is probably like 47 minutes, 46 minutes.
You tell me, man.
Without commercials. So he came out and he did a monologue. I remember he sat down with with Ed. He sat down with Doc, and then they did the piece, and then he did the closing. And I think there were some clips in there, but I could see Dave turning this around and making it more about the show than about Dave. That's what I would like to see.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see, and it'll be happening tonight. And
probably no Larry Budd, though.
No, he's dead, Rob.
Yes, the man has passed.
He's passed on.
I think he's going to do a better job than Leno. Leno's was like a J to himself.
Yeah,
people running around singing.
Well, and
saying
also
goodbye.
Leno, I don't know. I can't tell you in my own mind. Look, there are Leno people, there are Letterman people, there always were. There are Jimmy Fallon people, there are Jimmy Kimmel people. You know, the thing
Charlie
about
Rose
it
people.
There are two things about Letterman that I liked. Letterman, I always felt was a little smarter than the other guys that were doing it.
I think a lot smarter.
And he brought that. Also, Letterman, being in New York on 9/11, seeing Letterman talk about that and do it almost in a Walter Cronkite way, that was the difference. So there's a part of him that gets serious that I like. I like serious Dave when he wants to do that. I hate the fact that he can be curmudgeon-y. I don't like that part. I drifted away from Dave when he got to that point. People are laughing at me now. People are laughing. So you mean they drifted away from the show and he got curmudgeon-y?
Opposites attract.
Things got tense.
But also, what I love about Dave is that still at the base of it all, and
I got your joke. Look at him. He is so removed from the content of the show sometimes now that he will tell his joke and then he doesn't even laugh out loud at himself and like pounds the table.
Yeah.
He quietly laughs to himself, and then you and I will try to be
distracted,
funny,
Mike.
and Oscar will be absolute. He will almost scowl at the material we deliver,
Mike.
But then he will say, tense, and then goes.
He's distracted because, judging from his outfit today, he's late to his Cuban nationalist meeting.
Jesus Christ!
But
I thought I look nice.
Very sharp.
We'll spotlight.
Dress up for you guys.
Yeah, for us. I'm so certain.
This is really nice.
Oscar.
But I do like that Dave never. I mean, now that he's nearly 70, he never gets away from being that angry young kid broadcaster under the very, very edge of it.
What if he's just a dick? Can we just say that?
I don't think he is, though. I don't think he is. I think he has got sort of a...
Well, there have been books about it. There have been books that would back up the fact
I think
that
he's got some mental anguish.
Johnny was a dick.
Johnny was a dick.
Johnny
was a dick.
But I think Letterman has,
I think
he's certainly been close to he's been close to certain members of his staff.
Very close.
I think
sometimes twice.
If you're going to be that successful in a weird way, I think you have to be that way.
Driven.
I think you have to have that bit of an edge to do it, and you feel the weight of it so totally that you are. I mean, he is carrying that enormous weight, and if you look at any show like that, inevitably you've got people that are looking to that guy on that TV show to bring it, and he's the sun,
and also
he's
you
the sun god. That's the way it works on those.
Don't believe the
TV
credits.
shows.
He has remained the head writer for the entire run of the show. I mean, that's essentially his job. We learned it when we talked to Alan.
Right.
He said, Alan, like he's my buddy now. When we spoke to Alan Kalter, he said, I can't say these lines. He said, yes, you can. Dave wrote them. Do you think that Jay Leno ever wrote throwaways for Stuttering John?
No, I think Jay Leno. You can't take that away from Leno because I think Leno did write a lot. Right?
He wrote his stand-up, but I guarantee you he didn't write his bits. I guarantee it.
Why do you guarantee that?
The style is so different from Leno.
I have a little insight. I was just watching Meet the Press with our friend Chuck Todd this past weekend.
Who call him Chuck, as I call Alan Calter Alan.
I'll pass. Thank you. No, so Chuck Todd has a little. It's like a mini show afterwards that's called Press Pass, and it's just kind of a spin-off.
It's PG-13, Mike. He uses a lot of language and light nudity.
Well, it's not in the same vein as Meet the Press because they'll have like a one-on-one with somebody.
Okay,
and he has a one-on-one. I wish if somebody could find his name, that'd be awesome. He has a one-on-one with a writer that used to be a political writer here in the States and then went to work for Leno. He was hired by Leno.
Okay.
He was here in the D.C. area. He went to work for Leno. And he's talking to this guy. He said, how did you get hired by Jay Leno? He said, I initially knew that Leno paid for jokes because he would pay $50 a joke if it actually made the monologue.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of guys do that.
So he was sending in jokes, and then when Leno got The Tonight Show, he put his writers team together, and he called this guy that was DC based, a political guy, and said, hey, do you want to come work for me? The guy's like, of course. So he moves to Los Angeles
because Leno wanted to go more political.
Yeah,
that's the way he wanted to do it.
And he wanted to cover that, and he said that he would write 100 jokes a day, and you just pass them over to Leno, and Leno would either rewrite them, and they would get tiered down. And Mike, you would love it. Both of you guys would love this segment. I'll send it to you. I'll find it on the web. Leno tears down the jokes to what makes his monologue. Mm-hmm. But they write 100 jokes a day.
But you see, but Jay was all about the monologue. I don't think, what I'm saying is that he did that. I don't think he wrote his stuff for jaywalking. I don't think he wrote the Dancing Itos. I think he had his writers do that stuff that was the vanilla stuff that was the beginning of the downfall of late night talk.
I just
because
thought,
he couldn't interview.
You know, if I think about it too much, this is so funny. If I think about it too much, I actually get so incredibly jealous.
Yep.
Because it would be a dream. One of the things, hey, we're going to do a segment like that where Rob will pop in some lines for the mailbag, or when things are written for me, because I do character voices. I love doing that.
Yeah.
I truly, truly love doing that. The idea of collaborating with a large writing staff.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you get to come out and have the fun.
Exactly.
You know, it is a dream. It is a dream gig. It truly, truly is. The part that I think is the challenge for all those guys that do this is the on-desk interview, the on-set interview pieces, and nobody really, when he had a rhythm with a guest, there's nobody that even comes into his into his sphere.
Leno
it's not possible.
I think Leno couldn't do it. Even at the end when he got better, he still couldn't do it. That's
it
one
was
of the reasons
never-
why his 10 o'clock failed.
You had the sexual tension with the hot guests early in David's career and throughout, actually. And then you had the people that might be the a-hole of the day. I give you Paris Hilton as an incredible example. And Joaquin Phoenix when he was duping Letterman, but we all wanted to say, God, Dave, say something. And what's the line? Joaquin, I really wish you'd been able to be
Sorry
here
you
tonight.
couldn't be here tonight.
Sorry you couldn't be here tonight. It was just... He had those. Those were spur of the moment and
iconic, instant iconic.
Going back to when he was a stand-up comedian. So what I've learned, and look, I'm like everybody else. I don't live and die by late night television like I used to, but there was a time when you did. But looking back, what completely has re-energized me, the clip segments they play with Rupert from Hello Delhi, where he runs around. You just
that thing
realize,
that Ellen stole, and last night we saw it when it was funny.
Oh my God! So because Ellen doesn't have the edge,
no edge.
I mean, Dave Letterman would put Rupert in danger, in mortal danger.
Actually, can I play a quick clip? This is short. This is when he had Rupert.
Then we got to break because we got to do our birthdays.
All right, real quick. But here's them talking about when he would do the hidden camera segment and why they had to stop.
You had a camera on there, and we would walk around, and you would be like a puppet. I would tell you what to say and what to do. And then we had a lot of fun with that, and then a lot of fun with that, and then we had to stop. You remember why we had to stop?
Yeah, someone pulled a knife on us.
Yeah. So we had to stop. That would have given the whole show a black eye.
That's great.
It was really, really amazing. Listen, we have not forgotten you.
No.
Oh, by the way, Korean Air has a new All About You commercial, Rob. I don't know if you've seen it.
What?
They've modified their jingle, so we'll have to maybe think about that for next week. It's very exciting.
I'm on it.
Well, it's All About You. We're going to take a look at our mailbag when we come back. This is, and thanks to Alan Kalter again. This is the Mike O'Mara Show.
Tell that to your kids while you're driving around downtown.
Master, are you prepared to crush the Rebel Alliance?
I will be in a moment. But right now, I'm updating my Mike O'Mara Show app.
Mike O'Mara Show app? What is it?
You have a mobile phone, right?
Sure.
Is it a smartphone?
Yes, of course.
Is it an Android or iOS?
I do not know, Master.
Well, it's easy. Is it an Apple logo or a little R2 unit?
I always thought it was a space station, but I guess it's an Apple.
Okay, so you have iOS.
Okay.
What you must do is go to the App Store and type in TMOS and hit search.
But is it my destiny?
Yes. It is the easiest way to listen to the Mike O'Mara Show on your phone.
Oh, that Mike O'Mara Show app. It's new, and all the galaxies are talking about it.
I updated yesterday, and I simply love it.
An Android, have I? Work for me, will it? Absolutely. Both platforms. The new Mike O'Mara Show app. Download it and improve your galactic empire today.
We love it.
my God!
How about that?
Wow.
Is that a newbie or
that is one from Eric Quick,
brand
who
new,
has sent us some stuff in the past. But Eric, that's your best work.
Is Eric Quick the guy that did the Indian voices?
No. That would be Mr. Mike Brunner.
I'm beginning to get blown away by the level of talent in our listening audience.
This is huge.
I was dropping down that to put it in the instant replay for today. Robert stopped in his tracks. He says, "Oh my God, are you playing that on your show?" I said, "Yes,
it's for our show, Robert." Yeah, because he's like, "Oh, Dad, you and those other hacks don't do anything decent." Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's getting hot outside.
Yes.
Tell me about it down here. Every day in the 90s down here in South Florida. Now that's the way it works down in May in Florida. Wouldn't it be nice to keep the cool inside and save on your AC bills? I figured out a way to do it down here. I went to Blinds.com for my blackout shades that I've got for the bedroom, and besides, on the weekend, I can pretend I'm Elvis. Now, you know I installed my own shutters in my own home. I love the how-to videos at Blinds.com. The entire process was easy. I worked with Josh, personal design consultant, and then when I put the blinds up in my bedroom, they actually got me a professional installer that did a job. The thing that amazed me is the great work he did and how quickly he did it. He was in and out, and it was perfect. Hurry over to Blinds.com where you'll find great discounts all the time with your favorite brands and upgrades on sale. You got to see the value that's waiting for you. As always, get free color samples, free shipping, and free expert decorator advice, plus prices that crush store prices. Best of all, customer service that will genuinely make you smile. These guys love their job, and you'll love them right back. Blinds.com is seen in my home down here. Now, without further ado, we could talk about David Letterman. We could talk about ourselves. But really, most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about you. So let's do that.
Yeah, one time. One time.
It's painful when you say that.
One time.
White boy.
One time.
Here is to Cameron Chad. He just turned 36, and for his birthday, he joined the Sleep Apnea Club.
Hooray! Hey, do you have your card, Mike?
I didn't last night. I ripped my. I hate that thing.
I do too. I haven't used mine in over a month.
I didn't think. Well, Rob, you're going to die if you don't use yours. You can't
so
do
be
that. Hey, Cameron Chad, quit smoking, you knucklehead. Okay, so Cameron, is he talking to himself or are you talking to him?
No, the wife wants him to quit smoking. Apparently, her request falls on deaf ears. I think smoking's fine, right, Pony?
Sleep apnea and smoking. Wow, what could possibly go wrong?
Hey, I wonder if he could put a cigarette in the intake.
Yeah, that way, get the nicotine that way. Mr. Bill Lukens wants us to wish him a happy 60th because his wife forgot to submit it. Way to go, Trisha.
What a C.
Happy birthday, bud.
Jeez, Trisha. It's a little harsh, Rob. Tomorrow is John Cain's birthday, and with any luck, tomorrow night his wife will raise Cain.
Nice.
Is that yours or is it his?
That's all me. That's the only reason I came into work today.
True. Thank you. Happy anniversary to the Olsons. Oh, Mary Kate?
No. The ones down at the Mercantile, Mike.
Oh, Casey and Mike. 4 magical years and a 4-month-old baby. Nice going, kids. I should throw my son in. Yesterday was his 22nd month birthday. So there you go. I'm throwing him in there real quick. But I don't believe in doing the whole monthly thing. Carla does updates for her friends with pictures of the baby.
Great pictures yesterday.
I don't want to get into that habit. I want to go down that slippery slope. That's for sure. Yo-ho, yo-ho. Happy birthday to Tim W. Jonas, who shaves his graying whiskers with ease thanks to Harry's. That's wonderful. Nice. We appreciate that. Cheryl McIntosh has a birthday tomorrow and is just about to start her residency in anesthesiology at the University of Iowa Hospital. She is dynamite. Well, just in time to, I guess she missed Tommy Lang.
That's true.
Going over there when he was getting that brand new liver.
But you know what? Chances
and then responded to that incredible blessing from God by going, I'm back. Always be the weirdest moment I've ever experienced in my life.
I think she'll probably, if she missed Tommy, soon she'll meet Steve.
Can you imagine somebody gets a brand new liver? You get a second lease on life, and you do a little self video to say thank you to everybody. It's like, I cannot believe the people that went before me. I can't believe how incredibly blessed I feel. I have tears streaming down my. No, his was, I'm back.
I think it was the meds, Mike.
Yeah, it had to be the pills.
I'll never forgive him for it. Anyway, she's
now
dynamite.
Who's being harsh?
Cheryl McIntosh. No, I'm glad Tommy's still with us. I really am. Glenn McNulty hits the big 3-0 today.
Wow.
Good luck. Of course I'm glad Tommy's with us. I helped Tommy out. I'm very happy to have Tommy with us. Killer Diller Nate Miller. Oh, and by the way, KCJJ moving to new studios.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Next month sometime, I think.
Very, very good. Killer Diller, Nate Miller turning 32. He's a great friend, son, husband, and dad, allegedly.
Did you get
Very
Glenn's? Did you hit Glenn?
Glenn McNulty?
Yeah, I think you skipped him.
Glenn McNulty hit the big 3-0 today. Good luck with that, Glenn.
Congrats.
Happy Sweet 16 to Olivia Deal. Hey, Dad, buy her a car. No! I'm sorry. I'm saying, as a dad, I'm saying, no, don't do that. On to the letters. Dear TMOS, I'm not exactly sure how to begin this letter. I'm a rural carrier for the USPS in Texas, transplanted from Boston, and I listen to the show every single day. Anyway, I became a P1 during the first year of the podcast. I never lived near or even visited the Washington area. I had never heard of Mike O'Mara, Don and Mike, or any incarnation of the show. I found my new favorite podcast when looking through iTunes trying to find interesting and funny shows. I read the description about a mashup of pop culture and guys busting each other's balls. I said, this must be good. I always thought we should rewrite that.
Oh, looks like it's working.
A mashup of pop culture.
Looks like it's working, Mike.
Well, it worked for this guy, but mashup, I would be confused by that.
The morning mashup. Serious Hits 1.
Yeah, exactly.
The first thing I heard after downloading my first show was the Masters theme, complete with a spot-on impression of Jim Nantz being incredibly homoerotic.
You must feel great.
While vividly describing with disturbing and increased intensity his super crush on Tiger Woods. By the end of the bit, I couldn't breathe and had tears of great joy in my eyes. I was forever hooked. That's wonderful.
Isn't that nice?
My birthday was on Monday, May 18th. I haven't written before, but I felt you guys should know that people find your show every day. Well, I think the numbers back that up. That we don't get smaller, we get bigger. We get bigger so much slower, though. It's so tough.
Well, that comes with age, Mike.
Yeah. I feel like I know all you guys better than some of my friends. Keep up the great work. And that comes from Mike Vino in Midlothian, Texas.
I love that letter.
Welcome, my friend.
Yeah. Watch out for those biker gangs down there. Sorry about that.
Good advice.
Next letter. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Well, hello. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Tennille Klein. She's turning 35 on Thursday and will be married in a month. Isn't that something? Any advice for her on dealing with a last name that rhymes with Turd Man? Well, from her loving fiance, which rhymes with Beyonce, Todd Erdman.
Turdman.
Todd Erdman. Well, I think really, fiance, if we're going to say it rhymes with Beyonce. Rob, how would you pronounce fiance if we were going to rhyme it with Beyonce or her sister?
Oh, you mean the French word that we've Americanized that means the betrothed, someone who is going to be married. They're promised in marriage.
Yes, how would you pronounce that with the French accent?
She would be his fiance.
Not to be confused with the Knowles sisters,
right.
Who are, of course...
the older or the younger?
The older one is... and then the one that got mad at Jay-Z in the elevator. So long. There we go. Thank you. Hey, guys, on May 23rd, I will be turning 60, which seems utterly ridiculous to me. Like Ringo, I will forever think of myself as being 24.
Good.
Anyway, your show is a highlight of my day, and I haven't missed a regular or bonus show since you started the podcast. Please don't ever stop. One of your biggest fans, Debbie Mittman.
I love that name.
Thank you, Debbie.
Mittman! You better get down to the office. You got to go down to the mailroom, Mittman. We need it right now. Hey, Mike, Rob, and Timber Oscar. Lumber Sexual. I got it. I am leaving my douchebag 30s on May 20th and will be entering my It Might Be Too Late 40s. Might have to keep that one.
I do like, it seems like every week they name the different decades, and that's my favorite for the 40s.
The It Might Be Too Late 40s. I would appreciate some advice on handling middle age from Grease Bain if he is still available.
Is he here?
Get my prop.
Is he in his house?
All right.
I know, I heard him this morning on the morning mashup.
Oh, yeah.
So he might have come across the hall.
I have to give credit to that It Might Be Too Late 40s. What a fantastic concept. We're going to steal that and use it for the show, but I would say to you, if you are entering your 40s, be kind to people.
Hey, GB.
Yes.
With Memorial Day weekend coming up, are you headed out on the good ship Greasebane?
Hey, everybody. It's Bane, Grease Bane. I'll be going out on the SS Grease with my new girlfriend, Glenda.
Oh, no.
I know you like this bit, Glenda, and your son does, too.
How dare you?
Weekend. Wow. All right.
I'm throwing that away. Thank you.
That was nice. I like that.
I also just got the 2015 bonus package for my birthday, and I look forward to listening to the entire anthology during an upcoming 8-hour drive to Myrtle Beach. That's
nice.
A cool place to go. It will be a great way to drown out the 19 and 16-year-old daughters. That's funny. And my 39-year-old box wife arguing the entire trip. Keep bringing the funny. James Ferrante. Way to go.
Thanks, James.
Now, moving along. It seems it's times like this that I wonder, does Regis Philbin care that Sean Holmes is turning 29? Well, it was weird seeing Regis this week on Letterman.
Wasn't it?
It really was.
And Gray Regis.
Gray Regis, tanned Regis, vacationing Regis. Fantastic. Hey, Sean Holmes is turning 29. I don't give a shit.
Oh, Regis.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Regis. We appreciate that. Dear fellas, I would like to send a birthday message to my husband, Joe Robinson. Pronounced Robinson, not Robison, not Robinson. Okay. Robinson.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Robinson.
It's Robinson. Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe Robinson turns 50 on May 24th. He is sexier than ever and keeps it tight. Can Mike give him some words of advice as he enters his 50s, a.k.a. the silver years? Find a good ophthalmologist.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Thank you. I actually asked the same question last year for his 49th birthday, but Mike had the infamous birthday rage out right after he just said Joe's name, which led to the birthdays being tighter and brighter for our listening
Mike,
pleasure.
can I jump in here?
Must be the time of year. Must be the time of year.
Let me jump in here with a footnote, as we did on our audio
Rob's
book.
been so much better since that, hasn't he, Oscar?
Oh, yeah.
The thing about this is that because the rage out happened on this week, I got no fewer than 4 people this week when they submitted their birthdays saying, you didn't get to mine last year because of the rage out. Because it happened this week.
Not proud of that.
No,
not proud of that.
But you know what? It was for the better. It was for the
Mike
better.
Smash.
Yeah. Maybe it's that time of year. The rage out had a positive outcome, but Joe was left with no advice from Mike on how to prepare for his 50s. Now Joe has arrived with no guidance. But no, really, your body, Joe, is going to steadily and rapidly now begin to fail. So you have to be aware of that. Enjoy every day like it's your last. That's the advice I can give you. But
it also works. That works for your 40s too, Mike.
And make sure you dance.
Dance
like no one's watching.
And smell the roses. Anyway, good luck making it to 51. Sincerely, a most loyal, loving, and now concerned listener, Kelly Robinson. Pronounced Robinson. No, okay, we got it.
Yeah, she's real funny, isn't she? No
Dear
wonder we blew up the
TMOS.
mailbag.
I remember Oscar saying he purchased a bike about a year ago. Is this correct? Did you buy a bike a year ago?
Yes,
Oscar?
I did. Time machine.
So, why is he spending such a large amount of money on SoulCycle? That is a question for you.
Right, he's during the winter. You don't want a bike because it's nasty out. It's freezing.
Right, nasty. You don't have
That
chains on your
bike
tire?
is nasty.
In the summers, there really is no excuse, but there's something about being surrounded by, let's say 50, 20-somethings that really gets you going.
And the Secret
Buttocks
Service.
pumping up on the bicycle seats.
Yeah, I imagine that's something that like really kind of gives you the second gear, the third gear you may need at the end of the day where you're like, I really have to work out more.
Just more reason why your girlfriend says you are the best. DC has great trails and plenty of sites to check out. If cycling in a hot box to burn more calories is a large factor, Oscar's very lucky, as we are moments away from 800-degree weather and 1,000% humidity. Yours in Christ, Rob with 1B Letterland from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Just dusted off my bike and fixed the tires, so it's ready to go for the new season.
And
so
you know
we're
what?
good
You
to
should
go.
have Pony give it a once-over. That's what he used to do.
I should, yeah.
All right, the next one comes to, hey, podcasters, our final letter. I was listening to WYPR this morning and was horrified when I heard Bob White. Oh, my God. Bob White featured twice on the show today. Bob White is actually in the news today.
The Bob White?
No.
Oh, okay.
How old is he now? Is he dying? He sounds almost exactly like Mike's impression of Major Bill Smith.
Oh, no.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob White. Well, Bob White sounds like Major Bill Smith. That's a problem. Is there a radio rest home where he can be sent to live out the rest of his mellow days? That's so harsh. You guys rock, and that's for Tim. That comes from Jeff Crisfield. Well, the only advice I would give to Jeff Crisfield is, Jeff, someday we're all going to die.
Oh,
so what do you think about that, Mr. Man? Start the show, Rob, you hump. We already started the show.
We did.
But we'll go to commercial. But anyway, I read that. See, if it's on the page, I read it anyway. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed that. We will come back with more fun and more thrills. You're listening to The Mike O'Mara Show.
Can't wait forever, even though you want me to.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Vistaprint. Small business owners, you're going to want to hear this one. I lost my Bane cup. I was just going to do the whole spot as Bane, just because I like to do that. Right now at Vistaprint.com, this is Bane without the vocal processing. You can get 500 business cards for just $9.99.
Oh, no, that's great, Bane.
When you enter promo code TMOS at checkout, that's $9.99 for 500 business cards.
You found your cup.
The best deal out there.
I have an assistant here. You guys don't even realize that. You never see my assistant.
Is it
looks
tattoo?
exactly No, it looks exactly like Peter Dinklage.
And it's so easy to make great-looking cards.
Pick from tons of industry-specific designs, add your info, and you're done. It's that easy. We've all used them. We love our cards at Vistaprint. I plan on handing tons of them out this summer, or you can upload your own artwork or pictures. We've all made cards with them. If you want to go all out, upgrade. What do they want to upgrade to, Bane?
Well, of course, it's their signature stock and fancy finish. Or if you're feeling froggy, why don't you leap on over to the raised print?
Vistaprint also has everything from marketing materials. I just spilled water on my shirt. They have custom flyers, all that good stuff. 500 business cards on sale, $9.99. Great time to professionally promote your business. Vistaprint.com. Use promo code TMOS to get this offer. So it's moving day. It's moving day in the O'Mara household.
Oh, that's right.
Yay.
You have to get ready.
Oh, God. I'm already stressing out. My intestines are already in a total uproar because of the move and the drive.
Just for a refresher, you're going to spend the summer in Maine.
Yes.
So you technically have to take everything you need because it's not like you can drive down the street to get what you want.
And also because all your neighbors hate you, it's not
Right.
like you can have someone go into your house and have them send something up.
True.
You don't.
What
Do you
I
have
plan to
any
do-
ally that is going to be like checking on your house or that could do that?
Probably the real estate service. That's it.
Oh, that's true.
No,
Yeah.
No.
No allies. Only enemies.
What, I mean here? You mean
Yeah.
down here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I got the babysitter's going to be coming by.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent. Okay. Good.
Yes,
You're
you
going to be
will.
checking out. Here's the thing. I'm leaving everything here. I'm taking computers, the instant replays, which I really don't need to.
Right.
And I am taking no cables. So I will be replenishing my stock of cables.
Good.
Because
Good. Brand new.
I had to make a new choice. I had to either bring the cables from the back of the machines down here, which I did not want to disconnect again.
No. We know that game.
Or what I was going to do was take the cables that I have in a bag, but those cables are mostly crap cables that we've discarded.
You know what your best bet is to do is to figure out what cables you need
And order them on Amazon.
and
Yeah.
have
All
them
right,
meet
okay,
you up
all right.
there.
Well, then why don't
Did
you
they
do it?
deliver to Maine?
No post office service in Maine.
It's too close to Canada. They do not have service up there.
They used to have the mail, but what would happen is the Canadians would come down and shoot the mailman.
That's the beautiful part about if you order online and you live somewhere rural, you'll still get it.
Yeah, I
That's
like when you say
beautiful.
rural.
Rural.
How many cables will I need, Rob?
Well, make sure you bring your power cables.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you're going to need.
That's something you're definitely going to need.
You'll need 2 XLRs for the replays.
Can you make a list of for cables that I'm going to need?
You know what? I would be loath to do it because if I forgot something, it would be horrible. And all you need to do is look and see.
Yeah, you have to do a little work, Mike, for a lot of return.
Nah, not going to do it. Anyway, so not an engineer, boys. Not an engineer.
Or Mike,
Not
just
gonna
buy
happen.
about 40 yards
not
of
gonna
RG6
F around with that all day.
and we'll
It'll take
adapt
me
it.
20 hours. To
You
do
just
that.
have to look what's plugged into your board and say, I need
it's
1,
too much
2,
twisting
3,
and
4,
bending, Oscar.
5
It's really
cables.
crazy
Your
stuff.
board isn't low.
No, by the way, I have dual boards. I have a board
That's the
already,
point. Yeah,
a
but
board that's already up there, and to be honest with you, is already up there with cables. Thank you.
Oh, then you're good to go. You're
then
good
you're
to go.
I'm just kidding.
Bat
No, I'm
City,
not. I really
baby.
don't have cables.
What's the truth? What's
I'm
going
just,
on?
No one will know the truth.
Mike,
no one will know. I'm conjuring.
This is a
right now.
tapestry of lies, and it's unraveling. It's unraveling.
It's hocus pocus.
I have broken down and set up the
Malarkey.
studio 3 or 4 times since I've been down here, so
Right.
it's not a big deal.
This will
It's
be,
not
though,
really
the
really
first time you actually set up on your own, if I'm not mistaken. Because
No, it's not. No, I mean, to be honest
Well, we
with
went
you,
to Maine. We set it up correctly.
Yeah,
but
right?
I set it. I reset it up down here when I came back.
Oh, okay.
And I've done
That's
that
true.
twice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I've
yeah.
done that twice. It's either once or
Well,
twice.
then it should be no problem. You're good
And
to
I've
go.
been around when it's done. It's not that big.
But do
No,
double
it
check on
totally
your
isn't.
power cords. Your power cords
Yeah.
are what you need to bring.
Without
I'd
power,
love to go leaner up there, though. Even though I've got the big clunky board that we're going to have.
Well, you'll be
to do the
walking.
show.
And that's the brand. If anyone wants to know what we use to broadcast,
What do you
it's
mean
the-
I'll be walking?
You'll be
What does
exercising
that
up
mean?
there. The weather will be nicer.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
What, is he
I'll
gonna
look
walk
forward
to
it.
He's going
Guitar
to lean
Center?
out that way.
Oh, okay, I see.
Didn't exercise today though because we are taping early today.
Yes,
and then it is moving day. My wife right now, our final trip to the storage space that we have down here in South Florida, and she's loading up a trailer to bring stuff up north that we're going to put.
Oh, you're bringing
in
a
the
trailer.
family's
Smart.
house up in Maine,
Smart.
so it should be a
Yeah,
lot
smart
of fun.
move.
Now, will the trailer present as much of a problem as the boat did?
No, not even close. Not even
good,
close.
good.
But you can't go over like 70 miles an hour. You got to be real careful. Like
Yeah.
the speed limit,
Especially
in
in
most of the area,
driveways.
you got to be very, very careful. And so, thank you, Rob. But Mrs. O'Mara really she is in a mode right now that says, just stay out of my way. Just stay the F out of my way. And if I do that, I think I'll be A-okay. But it's a nervous, I don't know why I'm so uptight.
Well,
I'm very uptight about it.
She's
looking
projecting the nerves onto you, but I have found, and since I've been married quite some time myself, when a woman gets in a stay out of my way mode, if you do stay out of her way, things go better.
That
So
might be the
really,
best way, Mike.
You just got to stay
Yeah,
out.
I'm definitely going to stay out of her
You
way.
hide
I've
out
got
in the studio and say you're getting everything ready for the studio, but you're actually doing nothing but surfing the web.
Yes.
Well, I'm to be honest,
shopping for cables.
Yes.
my day to do that, and you guys know this because we will be doing a show tomorrow.
Right.
My day is tomorrow to do to tape the show, and then I've got to do the fire drill. That's another reason why the whole cable thing. I want to get out of here hit the road as soon as we can. Going to stop on the halfway mark, then get to Virginia.
What is the halfway
then
mark?
do the Jimmy's thing. Georgia.
If you
Georgia.
stop in Savannah, you really should meet.
No, don't have time. Don't have time.
Too
Sorry.
busy?
I know I don't have time to see Katie.
I wasn't going to suggest Katie. I
If
was
you
gonna
go to
say-
Savannah, you.
I was going to
see
suggest the mayor. I was going to say have a
No,
drink
you were
with
going to
the
say
mayor.
Katie.
No,
Stop
you don't
and
know
I thought he
Katie,
was
and I
gonna
was
say
hoping
Cookie.
to avoid that, and now you brought it up again. And because we're going to be at a roadside
Mike, if you don't
motel
like Katie,
with two-
totally
with two-
understand.
I like
It's not a big
Katie.
deal.
We can
Oscar,
cancel the
it's
show.
not that I don't like Katie. For Christ's sake, I like Katie. I love Katie.
By the
I'm a
way,
fan.
she's in love with you right now. Anyway, you can do no wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I suggest the show Cake and Cookies?
You
Wasn't
did.
that me?
You did.
Yeah, but you.
So don't I get a creator credit on that?
You should.
that
You should
particular
get.
show?
I don't know what you're doing. You should
Oh
give
my
him creator
gosh,
credit.
No, it's starting now.
Yeah.
Effective now.
The Cake and Cookie Show created by Mike O'Mara.
Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Beautiful.
No, I would do it, but we've got 2 dogs. We are at a no-tell motel off the highway. We're not near Savannah.
Okay.
And we're on the
What
outskirts.
if they
of
met
it.
you? I mean, that's a solution, right?
Yeah, that is a solution. It might not be the solution.
The single biggest reason for not doing this is because of time.
I got
We
you.
are going. It is a 7 to 8 hour drive.
As we
to get
just-
where we're
Mike,
going,
we
we will
played
be
the
leaving
song.
here at 1:00 in the afternoon, probably, maybe later. And so that will get us up to that area at nighttime. And, we like to go. We like to get where we're going, and that's it. And then I'll see all of you guys on Sunday at Jimmy's, and then we'll be doing the shows here in D.C. next week. That's what. Why are you contributing to my stress level right now, for God's sake?
I'm not at all.
I think we were just looking for solutions.
That's all we
I
want to
don't
do.
Solution what? So I can see Rob's radio partner. I would love
Well,
to see Katie.
I thought
when
she
it's a
was your
social
friend as
event.
well.
Yeah.
She is my Jesus Christ. She is my friend. She is my friend. God damn it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like you really
Now
like her.
I'm supposed to. You're supposed to. You guys set the table, and then I have to punch out of this.
No.
No,
I
you have to punch out of
It's
it.
absolute. You made a total. It's understandable. If it's too late to
Did
meet
you get
up,
a Bates
it's-
Motel T-shirt?
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah,
That's where Mike will be staying.
Looks
in
good on
Savannah.
you, though.
Yeah, of course.
looks like a
speaking of
life size
motels.
sign.
What did Jackass say?
Oscar was alluding to the fact that the sign you have for the Bates Motel is a life-size sign.
Oh, that's good. You know where else it could fit? On your f***ing forehead.
Don't get mad.
No, I was going to say, I was looking at photos of you with my father. He said, your hairline looks like the French in retreat.
Just breaking balls. Just breaking balls.
That's right.
It's fine.
It's fun.
Well,
it's fun.
It'll be a quick trip. I am a little bit nervous about that. I am working really, really, really hard on my hate in the car. Because
you know who hates a lot of things is Katie.
Yeah.
Sort of her trademark bit. Just a thought. You know, you think things and they just pop right out.
Mike,
sometimes.
I know you're a busy man. You want to get in and out.
That's
in
right.
And out.
Are you ever going to do the show from Savannah, Georgia? Are you
Absolutely.
Ever going to go down and do the
yes,
show? When?
Absolutely.
When are you going to do that?
You're going to
When?
do it Thursday after the show. I'm going to drive
No,
down.
you're not. You're being silly. What are you? Do you ever really seriously plan on going down and visiting her? I'm turning the tables on you, Mr. Man. Mr.
Yeah, I
Never
will go
Leaves
That
this
would
summer.
be. You would love it down there.
Oh, I
Actually.
There's a Paul
absolutely would.
McCartney concert. He never leaves his house. Thank you very
He would
much.
love to. He would actually love Savannah. I think of all people.
And she's got the space. She's invited us 3 times,
Guest
so we'll go
room.
down there. Yeah, we'd love to.
I think
do
it's prime no-see-em season down in Savannah. I almost bought a house when I was getting ready to move out of the area. I almost bought a house in Savannah. I wanted to live down there.
Oh,
It ended
wow.
up being Florida. But I got out on a golf course, and they have what are called no-see-ems. You are bitten by bugs that you cannot see.
They are so
That
small.
is not a fun
Mike,
experience.
These are some small bugs. They are
How
so small.
small are they?
They are so small that they
understand
literally can fly through screens. So that in my father's beach place, they have to spray the screens with some sort of cancer-inducing agent, so they die when they fly through. But being proper down there, my father and I, we don't want to be like Eastern Shore people. We call them non-see-thems.
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 You can't see. Where? Excuse me, I'd sit out on the patio this evening, but unfortunately, it's populated by several you can't see them.
That's also a very
You can't see them.
great
Thank you
song
very
by
much.
MC Hammer.
Yes, wonderful. Hey, before
Can't
we
see
go to
them.
break, I have to ask both of you guys, what is this red nose thing? I know it's for charity, but
Yeah.
what is it?
You bought
What
a
is the
nose, so
thing?
you should take
I
this.
bought a nose.
Can you explain the red nose thing? Because you know what? Everybody puts the red nose on because we're Americans and we're stupid, but nobody asks the question, what is this and
Well,
what is
Matt
its
Lauer
origin?
is riding a bike, so we must buy the red nose.
Yeah, exactly.
So one, in full disclosure, I bought the red nose from a Walgreens in Key West when I was hammered, and I said, "Well, why not a clown nose? On top of this, it's for charity." I didn't know what it was for.
Where did you buy? How did that work? Do they have a setup? Do they say what the charity
at
is?
the
I have a
at the
million
checkout in Walgreens in Key West, they just have a bin with a bunch of red noses. I said, "This town is so festive. They give away clown noses."
You didn't know it was for this whole red
I
nose
didn't know that.
promotion?
When I came home, Shannon found it in my bag, and she said, "What is this?" And I said, "Oh, it's a clown nose."
Did you get this from that hooker that gave your phone number?
Yeah. The stripper gave him the red nose.
Yeah, the red
and I
nose.
mean in more ways than one. Am I right, fellas?
Normally
Yeah,
that's $10 more.
Apparently it's out of the UK, like everything great sometimes.
That's the enemy.
Like The Office. It's for helping children in poverty, and that's what they're promoting. Charity.
It's raising awareness.
Is that all you got? You're reading that off the internet.
Yeah, I'm reading it off. It says Comic Relief encourages the public to do lots of fun.
Oh, is it Comic Relief?
Yes, that's what it is.
It's based on the
Is
old
it going
Comic
to lead
Relief
up to
charity?
is it going to lead up to a concert?
Comic Relief Inc. is responsible for the red nose, bringing it to the U.S. That's what they say.
But is
All
it
right, so
based in
it's-
Great Britain? Because Comic Relief started here.
Rob, am I right about this, though? You've watched this on television. It
Yeah.
was on the Today Show. Everybody's got their no one is. There is so little substance anywhere.
But we like
anymore.
seeing that lady come out of the store and jump around and make faces at people because she's
And
wearing
it's-
a red nose.
But it's like, well, okay,
These
so
are
it's
the
for
12
poverty.
nonprofits, including the Children's Health Fund, Boys and Girls Club of America, the Oxfam America, Save the Children. Will all share donations. So 12 charities, including those, will all share donations.
Okay, but the Red Nose program is an idea from Great Britain, which,
Yes.
by the way, Mike, not so great. An idea from England that is to raise awareness, to raise money for these charities. So it's like a,
I like this.
Mike, it's like a Kickstarter.
I like
Is
this
there
article.
a day where we're supposed to wear red noses?
I
'Cause
think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you can wear it in the car.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Mike, also know this, that Forbes writes, and this is where I'm getting this from.
Yeah.
The Red Nose Day fundraiser is a strange, complex, and highly ambitious beast.
There it is. Complex would be the key word.
Yes.
You'd think something so simple, just trying to find out about it would be a little easier, but it wasn't. But now we know. Thank you, Oscar.
Yeah, it caters to the Florida drunkard, apparently, because that's what Oscar Blood is.
I paid for that nose.
Florida Man, the Red Nose Club. We'll take a break and come back with news you may not need. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody love this guitar.
What in the hell? Damn it. Hey, Billy Bub, what is wrong? My phone just died. I had it for years. What kind of phone was it? It's one of them Nokia models I got back in 2000. I almost beat my high score in that Snake game, and the freaking phone shut off. What? Well, it's about time you get an upgrade. I guess I gotta get me one of those new brainy phones, Sanjeev. Actually, my very good friends can help you decide which smartphone is best for you. Mr. Oscar Santana and Todd Moore are fantastic with technology news, trends, popular apps, and more. You must listen to their podcast, Tech 411, which is available on the TMOS app. Thanks, Sanjeev. I'll check it out. Your personal guide to everything tech. Tech 411 with Oscar Santana and Todd Moore. Brought to you by Mass Broadcasting.
Now, Mike, that is Mike Brunner. That is Mike Brunner. Good work, Mike.
Moss Broadcasting. Welcome back to the show. Hey, Mr. Big Shot, stop overpaying for lousy big-name razors. Yep. Okay?
Yeah.
You can save while you shave. All you need is Harry's. We've been telling you about Harry's for a good long time now, and we love them. Harry's puts nearly a century of shaving experience into each blade for a superior shave every time and at half the price of those big-name blades. You just go into a drugstore, take a look, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And it's always fun to get one over on the man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So try it. You'll be a Harry's guy for life. All you have to do is try them, and the average shaver spends $300 a year on blades. You can cut that in half with Harry's. You can get $5 off your first purchase with our code TMOS. That means a starter set will only be $10. You get a razor, 3 blades, a bottle of shaving cream, all sent straight to your door with no middleman and free shipping. As always, your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed or your money back. Go to harrys.com. Do it right now. Enter the code TMOS at checkout for $5 off your first order of a starter set. That's right. The code is TMOS. You get a month's worth of shaving for just $10. That's HARRYS.com and the TMOS code at checkout and change the way you shave, ladies and gentlemen, forever.
News.
People made fun of McDonald's for bringing back the Hamburglar as a middle-aged dad with skinny jeans. So how will they react to this? KFC just announced they're bringing back Colonel Sanders.
I know.
They'll be in their new TV commercials starting Monday in honor of KFC's 75th anniversary. Have you gotten a look at one of these, Rob?
I actually have it in the audio vault, Mike. It's something to look forward to.
Yeah, the same show prep goes into these fantastic programs. The original Colonel Sanders wasn't a character. He was a real businessman named Harold Sanders, and he started Kentucky Fried Chicken. Unfortunately, he died in 1980. So the new ad campaign will be Daryl Hammond.
Of course, some people continue to fall up.
Yeah, it's Daryl Hammond doing what Daryl Hammond does. I watched it. I don't get it.
I don't
either.
either.
Make sense.
And wasn't his name Harlan Sanders?
It was Harlan Sanders.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. But you know what? Well, just like he has done with Saturday Night Live.
Harland. It's Harland. Yeah. I think it's not Harlan. It's Harlan.
Harland. But he has come in where he could have done like a Don Pardo-styled intro to, preserve the heritage of Saturday Night Live. He has not done that.
No, he doesn't do that.
And while he has now stepped in to do something really sort of nondescript.
Yeah, the story says they're doing more of a spoof.
But I
That's
watched
all
it,
you need
and
to
it's
know.
not.
It's not.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's not an impression. Well, play the. Do you have the Harlan Sanders?
I do, as a matter of fact. Here he is. This is Daryl Hammond as Colonel Sanders.
You don't want me to sing, do you, for Christ's sake? We're rolling.
That's the real.
This is the good one.
Here we go.
Take
This
5.
is the new spot.
That's
most folks. Once again. Most folks have heard about it.
All right, that's good.
Yeah,
good.
I got that.
That's funnier than anything Daryl Hammond's doing.
No, of course.
Right now.
No, real quick. This is Daryl Hammond. Okay.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Colonel Sanders. I've been going for a while, and boy, howdy, have things changed.
Yeah, I wish that would change.
I mean, really, man. Honest to
Nothing
God.
to it. It's just so.
Isn't he like a depressive too? Isn't he kind of like?
Well, that has nothing to do with
he
it.
causes depression, is what he does.
Causes depression.
He does get into deep depressions. I have heard that.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in a bio or something about him? I don't know.
Well,
I heard about that.
We'll send him all the best.
I like Oscar when Oscar's like, okay, Mike, listen, Daryl's a friend of mine. You don't need to go there. You really back off.
Him being a hack and being a depressive.
Well, he
sounds
sounds depressed the way he does the bit. If you're coming to it with energy, I don't know. I mean, it's and now I'll get letters from people.
No.
And that'll be the second time Oscar f***s me on the show this week.
No.
Great. This is going to make Sofia Vergara's ex-fiance so mad. Sofia tells Redbook that she will have kids with her new fiance, Joe Manganiello. Is that his name?
Hey, we're going to have a kid.
Probably soon. She says, quote, Joe is younger than me. He's 38. He's never had kids. How am I going to say no? I tell him if we're going to do this, we have to do it like now because I don't want to be 50 with the baby. Sofia is 42.
Wow.
So here's something else that won't make her ex happy. She says, quote, I finally realized that relationships don't need to be so much work. Ever since Joy and I met, it's been so easy. I'm very suspicious.
I wonder if it'll be a bottle baby, because if not, that 2-month-old might weigh about 60 pounds.
Right, exactly. It's
so
a
much
deal.
to eat.
A lot of fun. Triscuit crackers have been trying out all kinds of new flavors, and now Martha Stewart has created one of them. You ready for the Martha Stewart Triscuit?
Is it bitch flavored?
No. It's toasted coconut and sea salt.
Yes. I'm an original fan. I hate when people bring the new
like
ones
the
out.
original Triscuits.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds gross to me. I mean, I understand the sweet and savory thing. I understand, but toasted coconut, I would think that would be on more of a.
When she
sweet
says
snack.
sea salt, is it the letter C?
Sea salt, yes. Martha tells the Huffington Post, quote, it was my idea. I like salt and I like coconut. I thought that was a flavor of cracker that would be savory and sweet. Okay, thank you.
I hate her.
Martha. I appreciate that. She's still out there. She's still getting it done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oscar, is there anything you want to say nice about Martha Stewart?
No. I hope,
All right,
she's not as sensitive as you are.
All right, there we go. The brands are out here right now. All right, I guess we'll just do that all day. Right?
I just don't understand. I'm not trying to you.
Yeah, I know. Yes, you. Well, you bone me. You bone me on every other day. Damn it, you bone
Mike,
me every
I keep you on your toes.
Yes, I know. Yes, you bone me. You're boning me right now. I can feel it. It's a small bone. Here are the top brands in the country, ladies and gentlemen. The top 10 brands in the world, and I don't think you'll be surprised
Just
by
overall?
some of them. Yes.
Wow.
Number 10 is Tide.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Because
Yes,
Tide
number 10 is
has
Tide.
everything. Think
I
about
suppose
they
you're
have
right.
different versions
these-
of Tide.
These might be parent companies.
Yeah.
These might
Oscar,
be
do you
parent
know why
companies.
Eskimos wash their clothes in Tide?
Don't know.
Because it's too cold outside.
I've never heard that, actually. It's pretty funny. That's really hack, but it's funny.
That is hack but fun.
Outtide.
Number 9 is Dove.
Dove.
Wow, that's weird. Yeah, I thought that they would be under another company.
Think about how long Dove's been around for,
Well,
though.
That's true.
here's
They make the lotion and the soap. Yeah.
I'm not a corporate shill, but I will tell you, I think Dove might be their big brand, but then they are the parent company.
Oh,
of
okay.
other- I
All
would
right.
assume. I don't
They
know
have
if
the
it says
body
explain here.
wash. They have the skincare line.
The chocolate.
But they also might have other products that even aren't soap-based products
True.
underneath them.
Good
Number
call.
8 is Knorr. Knorr.
Oh, I don't know
Oh,
Knorr.
that's European based, and they do a lot of soup mixes and dry things, I believe.
Yes, they are seasonings and bouillon cubes.
Oh, bouillon.
Number 7 is Lay's. Number 6 is Pepsi. Number 5, this surprised me because it's such an old-sounding brand, Nescafe.
Oh.
But isn't Nescafe still huge in the Latin countries?
It is.
They
It is.
make-
You know,
That's a-
my mom will say, "Do you get us some Nescafe?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "All right."
That's part of the
I'll
thing.
do that.
That's why they're not all basically American products. Number 4 is Lifebuoy. It's a brand of soap, the kind Ralphie got punished with in A Christmas Story.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That might be another worldwide deal.
Yeah.
That might be where it's popular
Lifebuoy.
overseas.
So old.
Now, here's the one I don't know at all. This is number 3. It's called Magi or Magi
Oh,
or Maggie?
M-A-G-G-I. Yeah, it's another foreign seasoning. I think the only thing we used to stock at the grocery store was called Magi seasoning, and it was a real savory seasoning, and it was not a popular thing. It was like an international food.
And by
thing.
the way, this is not parent companies. These are the brands. These are the brands that are the most popular worldwide.
Wow.
Magi is a brand, the child, the Magi. Yes, sir.
It makes a great gift.
Of instant soups and noodles by Nestle's that's huge in the rest of the world, but not particularly popular in America. Number 2 is Colgate, and number 1 is Coca-Cola.
I would have guessed Coca-Cola. You know what surprises me is that Pepsi is so high. Pepsi should be pleased to be at number 6.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think they should be.
Yeah.
If we ever do make alien contact, apparently we shouldn't get our hopes up. They won't be small and cuddly like Alf. A mathematician and cosmologist at the University of Barcelona in Spain ran the numbers, and he says there's a very high probability that the first aliens we meet will be the size of bears. Here's why. He says the majority of planets that could support life would be smaller than Earth. They'd have fewer living creatures than we do, and the ones that could be potentially traveling to other planets would be pretty big. So the average alien, I don't know how he got this done, from a small planet would be about 692 pounds.
Whoa.
Wow, and work as an engineer at WJFK?
Oh, my God.
Not that kind of bear?
No.
Of course, this whole thing is based on a lot of assumptions, theories, and probabilities. It's entirely possible the first alien that visits us is not that big. The odds say it probably will be, so try to look surprised.
Yes. And wearing a bear suit. I think it would help.
And now a little something that's going to take some brilliant detectives to crack a case with this little to go on. The police in New Haven, Connecticut are trying to track down a burglar, and all they know is his first name is Bob. A woman was sleeping around 2:30 a.m. on Monday. When a guy broke into her apartment, she woke up and saw him in the hallway and asked who he was. He replied, Bob. Then he took off running empty-handed. The police say no one living there knew Bob. Even though he didn't steal anything, they're still trying to track him down to arrest him for burglary. I feel like they're going to fail. My money is on bomb planes. WYPR, and that's right. It was in the other, but then again, it's that time of year I found out. These shows always go like this. We'll take a break and come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hey, I'm Shecky Green.
While I'm driving, I'm talking to a friend of mine on the phone. I see a beautiful girl. I actually said, man, you should see this girl. She is gorgeous.
What was she wearing?
A beautiful dress. It was classy. This was not a slutty look or anything like that. It was a nice look.
Yeah, because you would have liked that even better.
No. A short skirt, not too short.
So you really noticed just about everything, didn't you, Tony?
Listen, I'm a man. I appreciate the female form. I will notice a pretty woman.
What is the celebrity she most resembled?
Zendaya, I would say, from the Disney Channel.
Isn't she like 16?
Yeah. Okay, let me finish my story. Let me finish the story. No further questions.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's Jimmy's Old Town Tavern 18th anniversary and Memorial Day weekend bash. Sunday, May 24th. Meet up for Rolling Thunder at 8 a.m. The bikes are going to depart at 9 a.m. Then the outdoor party is in the alley. It's a wonderful tradition. I've been doing it for years. The fun starts at noon. Crawfish, crab, lobster, ribs, chicken, burgers, dogs, more. No cover charge. Live music indoors and outside, and DJ music till midnight. Merchandise sales will benefit Operation Homefront and Recycle Life. It is the party that kicks off your summer. I think the weatherman is going to cooperate.
It looks
seems
like a
we're
great
gonna have
weekend.
Some good weather.
Yeah.
And there's a chance to spend some quality time with Uncle Dave. Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, 697 Spring Street in Herndon. I'll be there in the morning riding, and then see you in the afternoon. Visit Facebook.com/Jimmy's Tavern for all the details, or call Jimmy at 703-435-JIMS. He'd love to talk with you. We will see you there. We all going to be there?
Everybody's going to be there. And
I'll
also
be there.
make sure you go to the Facebook page and check out great lineup of bands, live music from sun up to sundown, essentially. And Mike, be careful. You will be tapped to play drums.
Oh, well, won't be happening this year. We're going to open up the Audio Vault right now for, what is this, already May 20th?
Yeah, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Wednesday, May 20th. Take it away, Rob Spiewak.
May 20th, the last day that David Letterman will do a new show. Last night, Seth Meyers did something that unexpectedly really touched me, because he does the show, he does Late Night with Seth Meyers, which was Dave's property at NBC. They did a shot-for-shot remake of the old Letterman Open, and they also use the original Letterman music, and it really surprised me.
Cool.
And it's on their website, and they even do the same style of announcement to begin the show.
And you realize how good Letterman's band is when you hear this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Poor old Seth's little band.
Yeah.
You just need more. You know what I mean? I'd love to have a bigger sound.
Yeah.
Construction meets garbage. It's Late Night with Seth Meyers.
But for
nice to do that on another.
You know what? This was a very unique tribute, and as a guy who watched that incarnation of Letterman every night in college, to have that happen in front of you was a real surprise and very cool, and it raises Seth Meyers in my estimation. And he said that essentially this is Dave's show. I'm just keeping it warm for
Seth
him.
Myers. I think it's the gaping hole he left when he left Saturday Night Live. I would love to see him elevated. I really would. I've
got to put my energy somewhere behind another late night show, and I think I'm going to give him the first crack at it.
He might be he's I think the way he writes. And he still has a great staff of writers, so that's not a bad show.
We talked about a week ago about the Pointer Sisters, and you were in favor of them, and I was sort of against them. But I found out something that the Pointer Sisters did that I had no idea that I grew up with. Oscar, I bet you remember this, and Pony, I bet you remember this. It was a Sesame Street cartoon of a pinball machine to teach you how to count to 12, but this is the Pointer Sisters doing the vocal. 12. And if you listen, it makes sense.
This is so cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Great animation.
Yeah, almost surreal.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen it in a million years, but... So I've got a new favorite Pointer Sisters song now, Mike.
Pretty cool. That's how you learn.
It is. Did Sesame Street help you with English?
That's how I learned English.
Wow, very cool. Now, if you did not see Letterman last night...
I could have done a better job, I think.
No, I agree.
Sesame Street.
I agree.
That's my opinion, sorry.
Well,
yeah, move on, Rob. That was I was pausing. I thought you might take that softball, but I thought I'd take it. All right, thank you.
Somehow I didn't see it. Last night, Bill Murray...
P is for pizza.
Pizza. When Bill
They
Murray...
didn't teach phonics.
when Bill Murray finished up on the Letterman in the last segment, they were taking some pretty wild pulls off a bottle of vodka, and I thought that can't be real vodka. I thought they're just messing around because vodka's easy to substitute, just water.
Didn't Dave
right?
quit like a million years ago?
Yeah, Dave says he never touches the stuff anymore. Well, after he did Letterman, Bill Murray went to dinner and then did a show on MSNBC called Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell, and while he was in the green room, his chair broke. They asked him about it, and it sounds to me like the vodka might have been real.
I just did the Letterman show, then went to dinner, had oysters, rosé wine, red wine, duck, and some kind
red
of
wine.
green grass fed hanger steak, and then rushed here to do your show just because Jim said that you wanted him to come on the show. Your girls here, those brutal, I don't know where you get these women that push people around.
The handlers, yeah. Yeah.
God, they pushed me in that chair, and the chair was not balanced properly, and I went down and I hurt myself.
And to look at him, you can't really tell because he's Bill Murray, but just the slurring speech sounds to me like he probably had real vodka, and he did have a lot of red wine at dinner.
And he was so lucid. I haven't finished watching the episode yet, but he was so lucid on Letterman at the beginning, at least. He was clear-eyed. And you always kind of look at that for Bill Murray to see if he's kind of dragging his ass.
Last 5 minutes when they hit the vodka, I think. I won't. If you haven't watched the whole one, I won't spoil the Bob Dylan song. I think you're really going to like it. I'm not a tremendous Bob Dylan fan.
I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear it. I'm not, I'm not
the parallel I can draw is this is going to be Dave's equivalent of when Bette Midler came out and sang "One for My Baby" for Johnny Carson.
Advantage Carson.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But this was extraordinarily sweet, and Bob Dylan sang a song called "The Night We Called It a Day."
This man first appeared on the old show in 1984, and he was last here in 1993. We couldn't be more happy, more honored to have him with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Bob Dylan.
By the way, you want to talk about lucid and clear-eyed? Keep an eye on Bob Dylan.
When Dave came 50 years old.
When Dave came to pay it off, Bob Dylan was essentially wandering.
Oh my God.
There was a moon
Okay. All right, I can't, Rob.
You can't.
I'm so not a fan. I was cringing when I heard that choice. I'm just like,
okay.
I understand. Dave likes the guys that can barely do it anymore. Tom Waits and Bob Dylan.
Yeah, but at least
maybe that's a window into it.
At least Tom Waits can still do the couch, though.
And then you got Dylan going, come on. Maybe you'll have a singer tonight. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll have a singer tonight.
Bob Dylan stayed sober.
That would be wonderful.
That's your magic audio vault.
Buddy, get us out of here.
Great Wednesday, everybody.
Nice.
That's it. We want to thank Alan Kalter. Alan Calter from The Late Show with David Letterman for coming on our show for the last day of Dave. And be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you wish to correspond with the Mike O'Mara Show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. To get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, email rob@MikeO'MaraShow.com with 2 B's for all of our stuff, the app, everything. The bonus show.
Do it.
Make sure you tell a friend so they can get it too. For Rob and Oscar, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Whoa, wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.